Hey guys, how are you? Lovely East Coast summer day, August, not as humid, perfect. Um, so I just saw the Britney Renner. I guess she's became Muslim. I'm gonna say that again. Britney Renner has become Muslim, and not like Muslim like she got the hijab on, the whole rap. And there's a video I made a short of it actually on my channel. Check out that short. And I wrote down some of the things she said. So she said, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. And she said that very nonchalantly and very quickly. Are you allowed to say that if you're just new to the faith? Like, people who like try to act like they've been down with something they just joined. You know what I mean? Like if you join if you join a sorority and it's your first day, you can't be out here doing what they do like regularly, like the handshakes and whatever they do ritually. Like you gotta like ease into it. She said it like I've been doing. First of all, I had a problem with that. The only people I've heard say inshallah, which means I think it means in the hands of God. Like inshallah, I'm leaving it in the hands of God. The only people I've ever heard it say that are actually Somalis. So I'm not sure if inshallah is actually something that all Muslim Arabic nations say or if it's just a Somali thing, but that's where I heard it from. And every time I heard them say it, it was always said in a position of reverence. So it was always said kind of like inshallah. Like almost like, oh my God, I'm mentioning God. Inshallah, you know? She was like, I'm manifesting a new house. What's it? I'm manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. It was so nonchalant, like it was like this girl, man. That's one of those, it wasn't even necessary to say it. Like we see you're wearing the hijab. You know what I mean? The title says, I'm now a Muslim. You don't need to act like you've been down since day one. Like you just got here. You don't even have the reverence or understanding or fear of God when you say it. You know what I mean? So that was weird. The other thing she said, I'm manifesting a new wardrobe. That is secular. Now, I know Muslims. They are good in business in some, but when you meet them on a one-on-one, the real ones, you never get a sense of secular stuff, like worldly stuff. Not saying that they don't have nice cars or things like that, but in my experience, it's just not something like it's not said out loud, especially to strangers. So that was weird. Um, she says she has contractual obligations on clothes she has to wear. This is as she's wearing the hijab. I guess she has deals she has with brands. As she was Britney Renner, kind of the. How would you describe Britney Renner? Like, I don't want to insult her. Kind of the vixen, almost like the music video vixen kind of thing. That triple XL cover girl kind of thing, right? Showing body, showing certain body parts were her way of attracting an audience. So I guess it's brands that she has contracts with, and she said, "No, I'm gonna be Muslim and wear the hijab." And now, what am I gonna do? So she's telling, she's telling us, "I got a contractual obligations." Then she says, "I have bills that have to be paid." Again, so far, wardrobe. She says she's manufacturing Manifesting a new wardrobe, money. Contractual obligations, money. Bills have to be paid, money. She also said, my arms are out. It's not going to be perfect. Meaning, as she was wearing the hijab, her arm was out. And she said, it's not going to be perfect. Here's the thing. The religion you chose has there's no gray area in Islam. There's no, well, my hair's out a little bit, so it's okay. There's no, my arm is out some of the time, so it's okay. I didn't even know that's a thing. Um, I'll get back to that later. Then she said, it's hot. I sweat like a, describing the hijab. She's like, it's hot. I sweat like a puddle. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you guys a story. I was in the coast of Africa in one of the countries. It was as hot, if you're in the United States, hot as Florida. I'm talking about like 90 to 100 degrees and then 80 to 90% humidity. So those who've been to Florida or know humidity, you know what I'm talking about. When I tell you the Muslim Somali women there entered the ocean in black hijabs. That's how they went into the ocean. Everything covered up, hair covered up, couldn't see anything. Everybody else is in like, I'm in my t-shirt, I'm in my no shirt, swimming shorts. Girls are in bikinis. They went in just like they were walking in to the market or to the mosque. And it was black. They were, I'm telling you, they were black hijabs. Some of them, they still had the eye one. Some of them you could see the face, but some had the eye. And I'm saying the reason I described the heat and the sun and the temperature was to show you, if you're wearing black, theoretically, it should be hot, right? I've also heard sometimes that it cools off. I'm not sure about that. Okay. But theoretically, from everything I know, if I wear a black shirt and it's sunny, I'm going to wear a white one. That being said, Britney Renner was wearing like a maroon hijab. And she was like, oh, it's hot as hell in here. What'd she say? It's hot. I sweat like a puddle. Now, that's fair. First time adjusting to this new outfit in the summer. She was using it, I think, to justify why the arm was out. What else did she say? I'll come back to that. She said, I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. I'm not sure. I've never heard any Muslim woman really even talk about anything about their body like that. I'm talking the conch ones, the real ones, not finding clothes that are. She said, I'm finding clothes that are aligned to. She's trying to find clothes that are aligned to where she's heading to, even though they are not by the book perfect. I'm just going to show up and give it my best. Now, that word just. I'm just going to show up and give it my best. I'm just. When you say I'm just, it puts a cap or a limit on the amount of effort that you are willing to go, or there is a imaginary or actual reality line that you will not cross for any a subject, right? So if somebody says, if I say I want to run the 100 meters in the next Olympics, and I want to win a medal, and then let's say a top trainer calls me shows up at my door, and he's like, "All right, I heard you want to win a medal in the next Olympics. I'm here to train you." And then he goes, "Are you willing to give it your all?" And then I say, "I'm willing to give it my all, but I'm just not going to exert myself past this point." That coach is gonna just be like, "It was nice meeting you. Just send me money for Uber so I can go back to the airport." You can't sometimes have a very ambitious goal and put "but" or "just." They are both limiting words. Actually, a lot of people in life recently, I'd say the younger generations, there's always like I want to be a millionaire, but I don't want to work as hard as my parents or my brother did or my older this. I I want the Ferrari, but I don't want to do 20 years, or I want to even do the law exam, the bar. I don't want to do medical school. I just want to be 18 with the freaking Ferrari. Now, that's a whole nother subject. We could go deep with that. Let's just come back. Um, so the fact that she says I'm just going to show up and give you my best mentally, I'm like, my short that I made. If you go to my channel, it just says, "How many days do you think Britney will last as a Muslim?" I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess based on what she just said. Finding clothes that are aligned with where I'm headed, even though they are not by the book perfect. Another one. She's the vibe I got is it's almost like she's trying out this Muslim thing. You know, kind of like, hey, fall is around the corner. I'm trying out. I'm getting rid of my summer clothes, and I'm gonna try out some long sleeves. And then if I don't like the long sleeves and the weather's still nice out, I can go back to my summer-ish kind of clothes. That's the vibe. That's why when she said that, inshallah, it was like you're missing everything. It's like you've painted an image and you look Muslim, but you don't understand the essence. I'm curious, is there a protocol to qualify or disqualify people who want to join a religion? Like if I said I want to go be a Buddhist, don't I have to go through some trials? If I say I want to be a Hindu, I could just say I want to be a Hindu. If I say I want to be a Muslim, all I got to do is say I want to be a Muslim. That's it. Does your, I almost said, does your past count? But I think everybody should have a chance, right? As long as they're reformed and like their whole essence and core is aligned with where they want to go. When I heard her again manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah, nonchalantly, I have contractual obligations to clothes that I have to wear. Bills have to be paid. My arms are out. It's not going to be perfect. It's hot. I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Just not ladylike. I need to find clothes that are aligned with where I'm headed, even though they are not by the book perfect. So she's gonna remix. She's going to remix the Muslim outfits and way of things to her liking. This is my final thing I'm gonna say about this. I feel like she is just doing this, one, to say she did it. Two, it's a challenge. So she said, I'm going. She looks like a competitive person. I think I once saw a video of her, says she's played varsity soccer, or she played something competitive, like a soccer or something. So she's competitive. And what bigger competitor than going from quote unquote being a 3 or 4, not saying she is, that's the general opinion, or classified as a vixen model, or kind of like a IG girl, a girl who, I think she had a relationship with a NBA player who was younger than her and got pregnant. Like all those things combined. What is the biggest challenge than saying and converting, taking the short skirts, the short shorts, the bikinis, all that, taking them all off and say, look at what I can become, the transformation, the metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Now, I will say, if she does do it, congratulations. You're amazing. But from what I just saw, from what I just wrote down, and what I saw in that 1 minute short, like a faithful, devout Muslim, where you're praying like 4 or 5 times a day, where you're not eating XYZ, where you're not drinking, where you're not going to clubs, I'm not sure like Instagram and social media lines up with the value system there, because it's almost like you're giving, it's like another god, but then you say it's your job. I get it, but I'm gonna give a 1 month and a half. It's August, right? I'm gonna say by mid-October this thing will be over. I'm gonna say that. I'll say by October like 15th, this will be normal. She just had a show with Just Pearly, right? I just saw them arguing. She kind of, she got rowdy. I don't know if it's for ratings. The other thing is, yeah, she could be doing this for publicity and ratings. I'm talking about her. So, I just didn't know people could take liberty with like Islam like that these days. You know what I mean? When I was younger, like you couldn't mess with you couldn't even like look at them wrong. Like something bad will happen to you. I'm seeing now people being adult stars, and who are ex-Muslim, and some of them wearing hijabs and nothing bad's happening to them. Man, the world changed. And I'm not saying something bad should happen to them, but there's no fear. If she's doing this for a publicity stunt, right? First of all, that's just wrong on so many levels. But and if if by October 15th she goes back to her old ways, it would have been for a publicity stunt. We'll just rest it like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll start posting more. New to this, my channel kind of started with just me trying out different stuff, showing my dogs and stuff, and but mostly this channel is gonna be mostly focused on relationships, and like men and women's relationships, where we are right now, and where we're gonna go. So I'll have other channels for that stuff, but not this. I think that's what I wrote down. Just be more focused on each channel, kind of, or each thing that you're doing. Be more focused on it, because you don't want to confuse an audience. You know what I mean? If you came for sports and I'm talking about cats, you're gonna be like, what's going on here, right? So we'll try to do like that. All right, have a good one.